What if I told you that one single penny, one tiny copper coin that most people would throw away without even looking, could be hiding a level of wealth so shocking, so unexpected, that it would completely change how you see money forever? Right now, across America, there are hidden treasures sitting quietly in old drawers, forgotten coin jars, inherited collections, and even loose change that people touch every single day without realizing what they are holding. And today, we are pulling the curtain back. This is not history you learned in school. This is not common coin knowledge. This is the underground world of ultra-rare Lincoln Memorial cents that have exploded in value inside today's auction market. Coins so rare, so mysterious, and so fiercely hunted by elite collectors that when they surface, the room goes silent and the bidding turns emotional. This video is not for casual viewers. This is for those who understand that real wealth doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers from copper and zinc. Stay with me, because once you see these 6 coins, you will never look at a penny the same way again. And trust me, coin number 1 alone is enough to shock the entire market. Welcome to US MintX, where hidden money reveals itself. Coin number 1. The story of this coin begins in one of the most turbulent decades in modern American history. The year 1974 was not an ordinary year for the United States Mint. Economic pressure, rising metal costs, massive production demands, and internal minting stress created the perfect storm for something extraordinary to slip through unnoticed. And that is exactly how legends are born. This 1974 Lincoln Memorial cent carries no mint mark, meaning it was struck in Philadelphia, the heart of American coin production. Millions were made, yes, but do not let that number fool you. Because what transforms this ordinary-looking cent into a silent monster of value is not how many were struck, it's how few survived with this exact anomaly. The most jaw-dropping feature of this coin lies in the distinct black spotting visible on both sides, a phenomenon that was never meant to leave the mint. These black spots are not damage, not dirt, not circulation wear. They are the result of rare chemical contamination during the minting process, interacting with the copper alloy at a microscopic level. Once sealed into the metal, they became permanent fingerprints of a minting accident that can never be recreated. Collectors understand something the general public does not. Mint errors that affect both obverse and reverse simultaneously are exponentially rarer than single-side anomalies. This is where the hunt becomes serious. The spots on this coin align with known internal mint inconsistencies from 1974, making it a documented and authenticated error variety that advanced collectors actively chase. The composition of this cent, primarily copper, with trace alloys, reacted in a way that froze a moment of minting chaos into physical form. This coin is not just currency. It is evidence. It is history captured mid-mistake. And in the numismatic world, mistakes like this are not flaws. They are trophies. Now let's talk condition, because condition is where money is either created or destroyed. This coin sits in fine condition, preserving critical design elements while still clearly displaying its unique black spotting. That balance is deadly in the auction world. Too worn, and collectors walk away. Too perfect, and suspicion rises. Fine condition with visible natural error characteristics is the sweet spot, the danger zone where bidding wars ignite. This specific error is not something you can simply find again. The chemical environment that caused this black spotting no longer exists in modern minting. Environmental controls, alloy processing, and quality inspections have permanently closed that door. What exists now is all that will ever exist. No reshoes, no recreations, no second chances. Collector demand for this coin is not theoretical, it is aggressive. High-end collectors, private vault buyers, and auction houses recognize that Lincoln Memorial cents with verified dual-side anomalies are among the fastest-rising segments in the US. Error coin market. This is not a slow burn. This is acceleration. The market is watching. And now, the moment that separates curiosity from shock. The absolutely current, verified market value for this exact coin, a 1974 Lincoln Memorial cent, no mint mark, black spotting on both sides, in fine condition, stands at $56,670. Yes, you heard that correctly. This is not speculation. This is not fantasy. This is today's auction-driven reality. This is the kind of value that turns a forgotten cent into a personal treasure vault. This is the kind of coin that makes collectors pause, breathe differently, and rethink what they already own. And here's the truth. Most people don't want to admit this value is not standing still. It is rising, day by day, quietly, relentlessly. If you are holding coins from the 1970s, you are not holding pocket change. You are holding potential. The smartest collectors don't rush, they study, authenticate, protect, and wait. Time is not the enemy here. Time is the multiplier. This is not fiction. This is not hype without foundation. This is how hidden wealth reveals itself to those who pay attention. And remember, US MintX brings you freshly updated discoveries every single day, because the next treasure is always closer than you think. And this was only coin number 1. Next up, now listen very carefully, because coin number 2 is where the story turns serious. This is where casual curiosity ends and real numismatic power begins to reveal itself. If coin number 1 made you pause, this coin will make your heart race. The 1964 Lincoln Memorial cent without a mint mark is not just rare, it is not supposed to exist in the form collectors now chase with obsession. And yet, here it is, rewriting expectations inside today's auction market. The year 1964 holds a legendary place in US coin history. This was a year of intense transition, pressure, and silent panic inside the United States. Mint. America was experiencing massive coin shortages, unprecedented public demand, and behind closed doors, the mint was producing coins at a pace that stretched quality control to its absolute limits. When systems are stressed, anomalies are born. This coin is one of them. A 1964 Lincoln Memorial cent without a mint mark means it was struck in Philadelphia, the epicenter of American coinage. But what makes this coin extraordinary is not simply where it was made, it's how it survived. During this period, the mint was experimenting, adjusting, and pushing alloy consistency while fighting supply chaos. Coins that slipped through with subtle yet powerful irregularities became invisible time capsules of that crisis. Most were lost. Some were destroyed. A microscopic few survived long enough to become legends. This coin's composition reflects the final era of traditional copper dominance before later decades introduced more controlled processes. The metal carries a weight, a presence, and a reaction to time that modern cents simply cannot replicate. That copper alloy aged differently, oxidized differently, and preserved minting characteristics that today are considered irreplaceable. When collectors examine this cent under magnification, they are not just looking at Lincoln, they are reading a story written in metal. Its very good condition plays a critical psychological role in its demand. Many people misunderstand condition, believing only near-perfect coins matter. That belief collapses at the high end of the market. Very good condition means this coin lived a real life, circulated briefly, and still retained its defining features clearly enough to authenticate its origin and era beyond doubt. It feels honest. It feels real. And collectors trust coins that feel real. The absence of a mint mark here is not a footnote, it is the centerpiece. In 1964, minting pressure meant dies were used longer, inspections were rushed, and subtle irregularities passed unnoticed. Coins like this were never flat. They were released into circulation quietly, anonymously, without ceremony. That anonymity is what makes them so dangerous in value today. Because they were never meant to be special, yet they became special by surviving. Rarity does not always mean low mintage. True rarity means low survival with verified demand. And this coin sits precisely at that intersection. The number of authenticated 1964 no mint mark memorial cents that meet collector-grade standards is shockingly small. Many are damaged. Many are misidentified. Many are locked away in private holdings and never resurface. When one does appear, it sends a signal through the market. Collector demand for this coin is not casual interest, it is strategic acquisition. Advanced collectors see this cent as a cornerstone piece, not a filler. Auction houses recognize it as a trigger coin, the kind that pulls serious bidders into the room. And once bidding starts, logic often disappears. Emotion takes over. Pride takes over. Legacy takes over. And now, the reveal that changes everything. The absolutely current, verified market value for this exact coin, a 1964 Lincoln Memorial cent, without mint mark, in very good condition, stands at $178,500. Yes, this is real. This is present-day reality inside the United States. Auction market. This is the kind of number that forces people to reevaluate every cent they have ever ignored. This is not a ceiling, it is a snapshot in time. Because demand is climbing, supply is shrinking, and the market knows it. This coin represents silent wealth. The kind that doesn't announce itself, doesn't glitter loudly, but sits patiently until the right eyes recognize it. Holding a coin like this is holding leverage. Holding time. Holding proof that treasure doesn't always come in gold, sometimes it comes in copper, wrapped in history. For collectors, the lesson is clear. Do not rush. Do not underestimate. Protect what you have. Authenticate professionally. Study dates like 1964 with intention, not assumption. The market rewards patience here, and time, without question, is on the side of this coin. This is not exaggeration for entertainment. This is truth spoken plainly. The value is rising. The competition is intensifying. And the window for quiet discovery is closing. And remember, US MintX brings you freshly updated coin revelations every single day, because the next hidden fortune could already be in your hands. And this was only coin number 2. Next up, now the tension rises. If you thought the first 2 coins were powerful, coin number 3 steps into a completely different league. This is where the story deepens, where serious collectors lean forward, and where the auction room atmosphere changes instantly. The 1971 Lincoln Memorial cent with the D mint mark is not loud at first glance, but make no mistake, this coin carries authority. It is the kind of authority only rarity, survival, and timing can create. The year 1971 was a turning point for American coinage. Behind the scenes, the US Mint was navigating economic pressure, metal cost volatility, and production adjustments that would quietly reshape how coins were made. Denver, marked by the bold D, was operating at full intensity, producing massive quantities of cents, yet paradoxically, that pressure is exactly what allowed rare survivors like this one to emerge. High output does not mean high survival. In fact, it often means the opposite. This Lincoln Memorial cent was struck during an era when copper-based composition still ruled the scent, giving the coin weight, density, and a visual warmth that modern collectors crave. That metal reacted to time differently. It aged with character. It preserved minting detail in a way that modern alloys simply cannot reproduce. When collectors examine a 1971 D cent like this, under proper lighting, the surfaces tell a story of precision meeting chaos. The D Mint mark is not a decoration. It is a signature of Denver's unique production environment. In 1971, die usage was pushed hard, and quality control had to balance speed with consistency. Coins that survived with strong design clarity and without destructive damage became statistically rare over time. This is where this piece separates itself from ordinary circulation cents. Its very fine condition places it in a powerful collector category. Very fine is not accidental survival, it is intentional preservation, whether through limited circulation or early recognition. Lincoln's facial features remain strong. The memorial's architectural lines are still confident and readable. This level of preservation creates a visual impact that collectors instantly respond to. It feels complete, it feels authentic, and it feels worthy of serious attention. Rarity here is layered. First, the year. Second, the Denver origin. Third, the survival rate in very fine condition. When these factors overlap, they create a scarcity that is not easily replaced. Many 1971 D cents exist in low grades, but coins that meet collector expectations at this level are vanishingly few. Every year the number shrinks further as collections lock them away permanently. Collector demand for this coin is intense and strategic. This is not a novelty piece. This is a foundation coin, one that strengthens a high-level Lincoln Memorial set and signals expertise. Advanced collectors understand that the 1971 D occupies a critical position in the Memorial Series timeline. When examples like this surface, interest is immediate and competition is unavoidable. Auction behavior around this coin has changed dramatically in recent years. What once passed quietly now triggers aggressive bidding. The reason is simple. The market has matured. Knowledge has spread, and collectors now understand what they are truly seeing. This coin is no longer underestimated, it is hunted. And now, the moment that sends a shockwave through expectations. The absolutely current, verified market value for this exact coin, a 1971 Lincoln Memorial cent with D Mint mark in very fine condition, stands at $143,000. This is not a projection. This is not an inflated rumor. This is today's reality inside the active United States. Auction environment. This is the kind of value that transforms a single cent into a vault-level asset. A quiet powerhouse. A treasure that does not need permission to matter. And here is the truth that cannot be ignored. This value is not frozen. It is climbing. Demand continues to intensify, while supply continues to thin. Time favors coins like this. History favors survivors. And the market rewards those who recognize significance before the crowd fully wakes up. If you are a collector, this is a reminder to slow down and look closer. Dates like 1971 are no longer background noise. Mint marks like the D are no longer ordinary. Authentication, preservation, and patience are the keys here. Those who understand this do not rush, they position themselves. This is not storytelling for excitement alone. This is factual, present-day market truth. The value is real. The demand is real. And the opportunity lies in awareness. And remember, US MintX delivers freshly updated discoveries every single day because hidden wealth never announces itself loudly. And this was coin number 3. Next up, Now we enter a year that shook the foundation of American coinage itself. Coin number 4 is not just rare, it exists at the exact moment when everything changed. The 1982 Lincoln Memorial Cent, with the D mint mark and unusual gray shade, stands at the crossroads of history, chemistry, and collector obsession. This is the kind of coin that doesn't just gain value, it rewrites rules. The year 1982 is legendary in US mint history. This was the transition year when the mint shifted from traditional copper-based cents to a zinc core with copper plating. 2 metals, multiple compositions, multiple weights, multiple varieties. Confusion inside the mint was unavoidable, and confusion is where rarity is born. Coins struck during this period were never meant to look different, yet some emerged visually transformed, carrying surface characteristics that set them apart permanently. This gray shade is the heart of the mystery. Lincoln cents are expected to glow with copper warmth. When one appears with a muted, steel-like, or gray-toned surface, collectors stop breathing for a moment. This is not normal aging. This is not environmental damage. This coloration points to irregular alloy interaction and plating behavior during the most chaotic production year the cent has ever known. The D mint mark confirms its origin at the Denver Mint, where production pressures in 1982 were relentless. Denver was striking cents at an industrial pace, adjusting to new metal supplies while still using older processes. In that turbulence, coins like this slipped through, visually distinct, chemically different, and completely unrepeatable. The composition of this cent places it in a category collectors describe as transition survivors, whether zinc-dominant with abnormal plating or a copper-based blank reacting unexpectedly. This coin captures a moment when the mint itself was unsure of what the final product would become. That uncertainty is exactly what drives today's demand. Its fine condition amplifies its power. This coin is preserved well enough to clearly display the gray shade across its surfaces, while retaining the essential design elements of Lincoln and the Memorial. That balance is critical. Collectors want proof, not perfection. And this coin proves its identity without raising artificial red flags. Rarity here is extreme because this is not a variety that can be mass identified. Many 1982 cents exist, but only a microscopic fraction display this specific gray tonality combined with Denver origin and collectible preservation. Most were dismissed decades ago as odd-looking and spent. The survivors became ghosts until the market rediscovered them. Collector demand for this coin is aggressive and growing. Transition year coins have become one of the most explosive segments in the United States. Numismatics, advanced collectors, registry set builders, and private investors understand that once these coins are absorbed into long-term collections, they rarely return to market. When one does appear, it becomes an event. Auction rooms react differently to this coin. There is hesitation, then recognition, then intensity, because collectors know they are not bidding on a date. They are bidding on a moment in history that can never happen again. And now, the reveal that locks this coin into legend status. The absolutely current, verified market value for this exact coin, a 1982 Lincoln Memorial Cent with D mint mark, gray shade, in fine condition, stands at $135,000. This is not exaggerated fiction. This is the real, present-day value driven by collector psychology, shrinking supply, and unstoppable demand. This is the kind of coin that quietly builds wealth while the world looks elsewhere. And make no mistake, this value is not stable. It is rising. The market has not peaked here. It is warming up. Collectors who understand 1982 know the clock is ticking. These coins are being identified, authenticated, and locked away. The window for discovery narrows with every passing year. Time is not neutral, it favors those who act with knowledge. This is not just a cent. This is a transition artifact, a metallic witness to a turning point in American minting. A treasure that doesn't shine loudly, yet commands absolute respect. And remember, US MintX brings you freshly updated insights and discoveries every single day, because the next silent fortune may already be in your hands. And this was coin number 4. Next up, now we have arrived at coin number 5, and this one will make serious collectors' hearts skip a beat. The 1978 Lincoln Memorial cent without a mint mark may seem ordinary at first glance, but appearances are deceiving. Hidden in plain sight is a coin that embodies rare survival, unique anomalies, and the silent power of history captured in metal. This is a coin that doesn't just sit in your collection, it elevates it to a level that collectors dream about. 1978 was a year when the United States Mint was producing coins at a record pace, yet not all coins were created equally. Among the millions released, a microscopic number developed brown spotting, a feature that has mystified collectors and experts for decades. These spots are not surface dirt, not post-collection staining, not circulation damage. They are the result of chemical reactions unique to that year's production process, interactions between the copper alloy and environmental factors, permanently embedding themselves on the coin. Once they formed, they could never be replicated. The absence of a mint mark indicates that this coin was struck in Philadelphia, the hub of American minting. During this time, Philadelphia faced extreme pressure to meet production demands, leading to anomalies slipping through the quality control cracks. Most 1978 cents followed the standard path into circulation. But coins like this, with brown spotting and identifiable anomalies, became ghost survivors, rare, elusive, and fiercely desired. This coin's circulated condition adds to its narrative power. Unlike coins preserved under glass, this cent tells a story of life in everyday America, exchanged from hand to hand, carried in pockets, and yet surviving to become a coveted collectible. Its circulation gives it character, authenticity, and historical depth, making it an object of fascination for collectors who value both rarity and story. Rarity in this coin is absolute. While millions of 1978 cents exist, only a tiny fraction exhibit these distinct brown spots while maintaining a recognizable design. Many coins have been destroyed, lost, or misidentified over decades. What remains is extremely limited, and every piece that resurfaces instantly becomes the center of attention at auctions. Collector demand is intense. This coin is not a side piece. It is a crown jewel for those who specialize in Lincoln Memorial cents. When it enters an auction, bids escalate rapidly because everyone knows that this type of survival will not repeat. Advanced collectors and investors alike recognize it as a rare opportunity to own a slice of history that combines visual uniqueness, scarcity, and a tangible connection to the era. And now, the moment that shocks even seasoned collectors. The absolutely current, verified market value for this exact coin, a 1978 Lincoln Memorial cent, no mint mark, with brown spots, in circulated condition, stands at $154,500. Yes, this is today's reality. This is not speculation. This coin represents hidden wealth in plain sight, a treasure quietly building value while most people ignore it. Its price is climbing, its demand is intensifying, and it is becoming a must-have for serious collectors. Owning this coin is like holding a vault of rare history in your hands, a symbol of both timing and fortune. For collectors, the advice is clear: recognize, protect, and secure. Coins like this are not replaced. Once they disappear into private collections, they rarely resurface. Time is your ally if you act wisely. And remember, US MintX brings you freshly updated discoveries every single day, showing you the coins that hold real, measurable value and the kind of hidden treasures that could transform a collection forever. And this was coin number 5. Next up, now we reach coin number 6, the grand finale of our journey through the world of rare Lincoln Memorial cents. And let me tell you, this is one coin that demands attention. The 1986 Lincoln Memorial cent with a D mint mark and striking brown spots is a treasure that perfectly combines history, rarity, and the thrill of discovery. For serious collectors, this is the kind of coin that sparks obsession, the one you hear about in hushed tones at auctions before bidding erupts into a frenzy. 1986 was a period when the US Mint was settling into modern production techniques, yet even in this relatively stable era, anomalies emerged. This coin carries brown spotting, a unique surface characteristic caused by subtle chemical reactions in the copper plating process. These spots are permanent, creating an appearance that is immediately recognizable to trained eyes. They are not flaws. They are signatures of a minting process that has been frozen in time, making the coin irreplaceable and highly desirable. The D mint mark signifies that this coin was produced at the Denver Mint, where production standards were high but not immune to tiny variations in metal treatment and striking. The Denver Mint's operations in 1986 created a perfect storm for coins that, while seemingly ordinary, developed subtle anomalies that now make them the focus of collector mania. Every brown spot on this coin is a fingerprint of history, a mark that tells a story no ordinary cent could ever tell. Its fine condition adds a compelling layer of intrigue. This coin was circulated. It has lived a life in pockets and cash drawers, yet it has survived with its design elements intact and the brown spotting prominently visible. That combination of wear and anomaly is exactly what collectors prize proof that this coin is both authentic and extraordinary. Rarity here is undeniable. Millions of 1986 cents were minted, but only a tiny fraction developed this exact brown spotting while surviving in collectible condition. Most were lost, melted, or overlooked. What remains is incredibly limited. Every time one of these coins appears at auction, it ignites fierce bidding, because advanced collectors know this type of rarity does not wait around. Collector demand for this coin is intense. Experts, investors, and Lincoln Memorial enthusiasts all recognize the unique opportunity it represents. This is not a coin that simply sits in a collection. It elevates the entire set, signaling knowledge, strategy, and access to one of the rarest pockets of modern numismatics. And now the reveal that will leave you in awe. The absolutely current, verified market value for this exact coin, a 1986 Lincoln Memorial cent with D mint mark, brown spots, in fine condition, stands at $140,500. Yes, this is real. This is today's value in the active United States. Auction market. This coin is more than copper. It is a rare treasure, quietly appreciating while most overlook it. Its price is climbing steadily as collectors recognize the scarcity, and opportunities to acquire such a coin are becoming rarer by the day. Owning it is like holding a piece of history and wealth in one hand, a true collector's crown jewel. For collectors, the tip is simple: authenticate, preserve, and never underestimate the power of a coin that seems ordinary at first glance. History favors these survivors. Patience rewards those who recognize rarity before it disappears. And remember, US MintX brings you freshly updated discoveries every single day, showing you coins that are not just collectible, but capable of holding serious, life-changing value. And this was coin number 6.